Hello, how's everybody doing this evening? I've been having some trouble trying to upload the video and edit it. YouTube's editing software is giving me the most awful time on trying to upload the MMIW video. So what I thought I would do is talk about MMIW, announce the sunshine of the month, and upload this video, and then at a later date, tomorrow, the next day, when YouTube issues are not in the forefront. Oh, I hope I don't pick up the radio. When YouTube issues are not in the forefront, be able to upload the video that I made. Also trying to see if that's the police behind me. Y'all know how it be when you be driving. It's been one more day. Y'all know Mother's Day's coming up, so it's one of them kind of things. Everything is crazy. So first of all, let me say happy Cinco de Mayo and happy MMIW Day in the U.S. So, guys, so murdered and missing Indigenous women. That is what MMIW stands for. It goes back to what our government has done for so many generations of our Indigenous peoples, which is not treat them as equal citizens. Women especially. Our Indigenous women are being attacked, kidnapped, assaulted, the R word that YouTube won't allow me to say, and there's no justice, because if they're of a sovereign nation and they live on the reservation, then the reservation police and the white man's police don't work together to assist and to help get justice for those Indigenous women. They just get gone. They're just gone. There's no explanation. There's no justice for them and their families. They don't come home. They just poof, vanish, and disappear. For many hundreds of years, our government has been doing these things and allowing these atrocities to occur to our Indigenous peoples, especially women. Why? Because women are the ones that continue the next generation of life. They're the life bringers. They're the ones that make sure that that bloodline continues. What happens to those reservation lands if that bloodline doesn't continue and they don't qualify for sovereign nation status? What about in Alaska? Do they really even own the lands and the property, or are they doing a lease, a rent product, 99 years? Not something I'm coming up with. This is through research. This is through talking to Indigenous peoples on and off the reservation. Many people wonder, why would Indigenous peoples decide not to live on the reservation and to move away from the reservation and live, when by doing that they're giving up their birthright? They're giving up things. But look at what they're getting. Safety, security, the ability to reproduce and live their life freely on the land that they owned and lived on before the white man ever set a toenail here. Now, I'm not an Indigenous woman, but I am a woman. And I will speak out. I will speak out for other women, for their ability to continue life, for their ability to live and breathe as they want to. Shouldn't we all have that right? Isn't this supposed to be the land of the free? The home of the brave? Well, I see cowardice, and I see handcuffs and shackles and chains. And look at what's going on right now in our nation. Look at our Supreme Court. Look at our government trying to move every woman's rights back 40, 50 years. It's not our government's right to regulate and choose what happens to women and their lives and their bodies. And please believe, if you think that the indigenous women's issues are not all women's issues, you're fooling yourself. You're fooling yourself. The foster homes, the boarding schools, the forced sterilization, all of that was aimed towards women. Why? Because they're the life bringers. They're the ones that give birth to the next generation. And what? You can stop having to give those funds. You can stop having to give those lands rich in iron and ore and oil. You can stop having to share those if you stop the popo is deep. If you stop having those people. If there's no women to reproduce, if there's no women to bring life and to keep them going, then you eradicate a peoples. And that is the genocide that our government tried for many years, from the day that we established, from George Washington and Thomas Jefferson up until today. That's the rights that have been eradicated. Don't believe it? Look at what's going on today for each and every one of us women and men, especially women. I want my grandchildren and their children to have a better life than me. But if we're going to roll back the clock for the light-skinned woman, what's going to happen to the woman with the colored skin? What's going to happen to the indigenous women in this nation and in this land? They're the minority. They get less than we do. And we as women need to band together and stand up and say, we won't take this. We are strong together. We need to support all women and not allow our government, not allow other people to decide what we do with our bodies. Guys, I've about reached the end of what I can do without it cutting me off. I do want to announce that the sunshine of the month for the month of May is Miss Cherokee Girl. I think it's befitting, given her indigenous background and her support unwaveringly of the sunshines, each and every one of you guys. Peace, love, and light.